Hey guys, what is up? It is Dalton here.
And I'm Tyler.
And welcome to our next segment of our video game collection videos. Now in this video, we are going to be doing all of our PlayStation 1 games. And that includes disc-onlys, a few Longbox games. The majority of them are in the jewel cases, the regular games. And then we also have some special promotional items, some obscure kind of off, branded kind of things. Some stuff like that. So you'll get to see all that in this video. And if you haven't already, we strongly recommend that you do. We have our NES, SNES, N64, handheld, GameCube, and Wii/Wii U game collection videos on the channel already. So if you have not checked those out, we strongly recommend you checking those out as well. If you love seeing video game collection videos like these, we have those as well. And so yeah, here we go. We're going to get ready and get started into the PS1 games. Alright guys, a couple quick announcements here though before we get started with the games. A total for, we'll go ahead and start off with this. There's a total of 197 PS1 games. That includes the disc-onlys and the long boxes, stuff like that. Another quick announcement, if you guys have seen the previous videos, then you should already know how this works. I'm going to show the first half of the games, and then Tyler will go ahead and show the second half. Just so we can, divide it out a little bit, and so we both have a fair share of showing stuff. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'll go ahead and start with the disc-onlys. Alright, so there is a total of 21 disc-onlys here. 19 of them are completely disc-only. There are 2 that have their cases, they're just missing the manual, so they're pretty much a disc-only, is what I consider it. So, anyways, what I'll first go off and show here is the disc-onlys that we have. We keep them in these CD cases here. They're pretty good to just keep the disc-onlys for now. I used to keep them in a bunch of CD cases and stuff, but that was, starting to take up some space, so I tried to slim it down a little bit and put them in those. But for time's sake, make it a little bit quicker, I went ahead and took all the discs out already, so we'll go ahead and show those separately right now out of the cases. So the first one here is Blazing Dragons. Pretty cool. So there's that one. This one's really, really cool. Breath of Fire 4. Pretty hard to find game. I was really happy to find that. Me and Tyler both found it at our outdoor flea market a couple years ago, which was really, really cool. Or actually, I think it was just last year, actually. It wasn't too long ago. There was a bunch of these really nice games that were in this CD folder. And a lot of these you'll see as we get to them. You'll kind of see that most of the RPGs were the ones that we found down there. Next one here is Broken Sword, The Shadow of the Templars. Very, very cool. We have not seen these games at all anywhere else. Obviously we'd have complete ones by now if we did, but I have not seen another disc-only or anything of these, which would be nice to do because I'd like to complete these, but for now at least I have the games. Next one here is Contra, Legacy of War. Really cool design. I love the disc. It's got that camo style going, which is really cool. Thought that was awesome. Next one here, this one we had to get resurfaced just because it would not play at all, but I'm glad we got it resurfaced. It was really fun. We played it for a good hour at least, just for testing time, and I got hooked on it and couldn't put it down. And that is the first Diablo, which is really, really cool. Pretty expensive game as well, but it's definitely worth playing if you guys have the money and time to put into a really cool RPG like that. It's really cool. Next one here is Disney Pixar's Toy Story Racer. Nothing too spectacular, but it definitely is like a fun one, so we decided to hang on to that one as a disc only. So very, very cool. Next one here is one that me and Tyler used to play on PC a long time ago as a childhood. Remembrance here. And we've never really played the PS1 version, but we're hanging on to it so we can give it a try. And that is Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge. Really fun game. It's pretty cool, basics, Frogger style, so it's really cool. Alright, the next one here is Karsha, The Word of Fate. Really cool Atlas title. That one is awesome. I like this design of the disc. It looks pretty cool. I don't know what about it. It's just, it got that little bit of different style to it, so I thought that was pretty cool. Next one here. Very nice one as well. I thought this was pretty cool to see in that CD binder that was down at the flea market. And that is Legend of Legaia. Also a pretty expensive game, but another really cool RPG style game, so that's cool. So there's that one. The next one here, also nothing too exciting, but it's definitely a more unique title, and that is Mort the Chicken. Pretty cool one. I haven't really played that one. Not too sure what it's about, but it's definitely a little bit more unique than most titles, so we decided to hang on to that one. The next one here is, this one's got some, initials on it, but that's not that big a deal. That is Pandemonium 2. Again, not too sure what that one's about either, but, it's a pretty unique title as well, so that one was pretty cool to pick up and hang on to. Next one we have here is Rising Zan, the Samurai Gunman, which is an interesting title. So there's that one, pretty cool. And then we've got a really pretty good copy, I guess you could say. I've upgraded it since, but, both of them have been disc only, unfortunately. I'd like to find a complete one, but that is Rogue Trip, and that one's pretty cool as well. It's kind of like Twisted Metal, but it's a little bit of a different style, but it's still pretty cool. So there's that one. Next one here, nothing too spectacular as well, but I grew up with the movie and loved it, and I still do. So this game is pretty cool. It's kind of like NBA Jam. It's got that kind of feel to it, but it's not quite the same. But I had to get this one resurfaced because I bought it from a friend back in high school, and it needed resurfacing, but I did that, and I was glad I did it. So, but that is Space Jam. Really, really cool. Love the movie, and the game is really fun as well, so that one's definitely cool. So that's why I hung on to that one. So there's that. And then since I have 1 and 2 of this complete, I decided to hang on to number 3 until at least get a full copy of it. But if I ever wanted to play the trilogy, I could at least do that, because I at least have the 3rd one, disc only, and that is Siphon Filter 3. Very, very cool. So there's that one. And then this one had to get resurfaced a few days ago, prior, to this recording, of course. But this was, pretty rough, so we had to get it resurfaced. But it plays great now, and that is Tenchu 2: Birth of the Stealth Assassins, which is really cool. So there's that one. And this next one here, it's got a what is that? It's a P, I think, that they wrote on it in Sharpie. I'm not sure if that was, for initial purposes or what, but it's not worth trying to get off because it'll ruin the disc. But it's still in pretty decent shape, and that is the Raiden Project, which is a Longbox only game, I believe, and it's a pretty cool one too. So definitely cool. At least I got that disc only for now. Next one here, another pretty expensive RPG style game. That is Threads of Fate. Really cool blue colored disc. I like that. It's pretty cool looking. So that's very cool as well. And then the last disc only game is Vagrant Story, which is also a pretty cool looking disc. So there's all the actual physical disc only games. The next two I'll show you actually at least have their case. They're just missing the manuals. So we'll go ahead and get into those. Alright, first one here is Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. As you can see, it is missing the manual. It is the black label version, which is what I collect for. It does have the back half there, which is nice. At least it has that. That's probably the harder part to find. Hopefully I can find a manual to put in there, and then I'll have a complete copy of it. So there's that one. And then the other one here is Mortal Kombat 4. Also same deal, missing the manual, but it does have the back half, which is really nice. But, maybe I can come across a manual somewhere, so that'd be really cool. But very nice to at least have the games there, so that's very cool. Alright, so there's all the disc-only games. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the Longbox games here. And there is 4 of them. A couple of them are, well, I guess there's just one that's not so great, but the rest are pretty decent titles. So anyways, the first one here is NHL Face Off. Nothing too spectacular, but it is complete. All 4 of these long boxes are complete. This is really cool. This is first edition long box, which is like the cardboard style one, which is really cool. I'll just show you as a reference to show you that it is complete. But there's all the stuff there. Very, very cool. I picked this one up at a local pawn shop. I think this was the first long box that I ever picked up, which I thought was really cool. You hardly see the long box games anymore because they weren't around, too long to begin with. So I thought that was really cool to find a long box game locally. So that was cool. So there's that one. Next one here came in a eBay lot, I believe. These next 2 did. This one is Magic Carpet. Interesting title, but it's pretty cool to get a long box game. Another one to add to the collection, so that's cool. Next one here is Assault Rigs. Very nice. And then the last one here I got in a local Craigslist deal. It came with a PS1 stuff. It was, I think, $25 for the PS1 all the games. And this happened to be one of them, which is really, really cool. As a matter of fact, I first got this without the manual, and then our buddy Jordan that we know, that we met in a garage sale a couple of years back, or a year ago. He had a full copy, so I ended up just buying it straight from him, and then I sold mine, and basically I only put like $5 towards this game. But it's really cool. It's a lot like Doom and stuff, which is really cool. And that is the Alien trilogy. And it's got the same kind of style, actual plastic case as the regular jewel cases or Sega Saturn games, which is really cool. So 2 different style Longbox games, but anyways, this is a really cool one. So if you guys like those kind of shooters, this is definitely one of those games. That's really cool. They did make it in the regular jewel case style, but it was only greatest hits, so that is why I'm not collecting that. I'd rather have just the Longbox anyway, it's cooler. So anyways, now we can go ahead and start into the regular jewel case PS1 games. Alright, so first stack here, get it right into these here. First one here is 007, The World Is Not Enough. Very cool. And for the most part, these games are in pretty good shape. Some of them may have some cracks and stuff, but that is very common with PS1 games. The jewel cases crack easily. That's mainly how I have found them. I keep my games, fairly nicely on the shelves and everything. So usually these games, the condition that they're in is previous owners and Goodwill, stuff like that. It's happened over time. But I do try to keep my games as best as I can. Next one here is 007, Tomorrow Never Dies. Very, very cool. Then we've got 3 Extreme. Arcade's Greatest Hits, the Atari Collection 1 by Midway. Very, very cool. Then we've got Andretti Racing. Very cool. This one's cool. I ended up finding, I'll go ahead and show it, but then I'll explain it. But we have here All-Star Slam and Dodgeball. And then we have All-Star Slam and Dodgeball sealed. What's funny is I found both copies of this game from the same pawn shop. I've never seen the game before anywhere. I ended up finding the open one first. Or no, I actually found the sealed one first. And about a month later we went to that same pawn shop and they had an open one, which I thought was hilarious. I had never seen the game anywhere, and I ended up finding a sealed and open copy of the same game from the same place, which was really, really cool. So I thought that was pretty cool. Next one here is Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare, which is a double disc case. I do not believe, yeah, it is a 2-disc case, or a 2-disc game. Sometimes you'll get games that are, 2-disc case, but not 2 discs, which is probably mainly for the bigger manual, but usually they're, for 2 discs at least. So, anyways, next one here is Apocalypse. Very cool. Then we've got Arcade Party Pack. Then we've got Arcade's Greatest Hits by Williams. Very nice. Then Army Men Air Attack. Asteroids. This next one here I remember having on PC a long time ago as well. I don't know if Tyler remembers it or not, but we had this one as well, and I remember playing all the cool arcade style games on it, and it was really cool, and that is the Atari Anniversary Edition Redo, which is really, really cool. That is really, really nice. That's, probably one of the funnest ones that I remember playing back in the day from the PC, just because it had all the original Atari style games on it. I thought that was really, really cool. Next one here is ATV Mania. Very cool. Then we've got ATV Quad Power Racing. This next one's pretty cool. I love pinball games on the PS1 and stuff, and it's a really cool theme for it. I love the movies, and that is Austin Powers Pinball. Very, very funny. That's a really cool one. I love that. The next one here, the manual's actually starting to slide out. There we go, I fixed it. We got Big Air, snowboarding. Very cool. And then we've got Big Bass World Championship. Then we've got Billiards. And the last one for this stack, pretty cool one. It's kind of uncommon, not too much, but it's a little bit more pricier than most common games, and that is Blasto. So very, very cool. So there's that stack. Alrighty. Then the next stack here, we've got Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. That one we just picked up not too long ago, so that's pretty cool. And we've got Bowling. Basically the same company that made the billiards game I just showed you. This one looks pretty fun. I thought that was pretty cool to pick up a long time ago when we got it. Looks really fun. That is Burning Road. Very cool. Then we've got Cabela's Big Game Hunter Ultimate Challenge. I think this is one of the first Cabela's Big Game Hunter games to be released, so that's pretty cool. And then we got Caesar's Palace 2000, and that's where I was talking about with a 2-disc style case, but it's only a 1-disc game. So I think it's mainly for the bigger manual, that's probably why. So anyways, next one here is Casper, Friends Around the World. Very cool. Then we've got Centipede. Then we've got Cool Borders 2. And for some reason this is the only complete one I have for this, series of games. I'd love to find more. I've come across them several times, greatest hits, but I don't collect that, so this is the only one I've ever come across Black Label, and that is Crash Bash. Besides the Crash Bandicoot 2, which is incomplete, I would love to get more of these, but I just never see them Black Label, and if I do see them Black Label, they're not complete, so it's really odd. It's hard to get those. The next one here is Cubix, Robots for Everyone. Pretty cool. Then we've got Cyber Tiger. Interesting looking game. We've got Daredevil Derby 3D. Very nice minty crispy shaped copy of Darkstone. Very cool. Then we've got Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX. Demolition Racer. This one looks really fun. That's a pretty cool game. I love the Demolition Derby style games, and this definitely looks like one of those ones I'd love to play, so that's cool. Next one here is Disney's 102 Dalmatians, Puppies to the Rescue. I remember I had a friend a long time ago back in elementary school. They had this on a computer, and we played that for a while. I remember that. So that's pretty cool. Then we've got Driver 1, You Are the Wheelman. Very cool. Then of course we've got Driver 2, The Wheelman is Back, excuse me. Very nice game as well. I love those. I love the physics styles. I mean, when you're driving a car and stuff, the hubcaps actually pop off and everything. I thought that was really cool. Most games today you don't even see those kind of graphics, so that was pretty cool. Next one here is Duke Nukem, Time to Kill. And the last one for this stack is Family Feud. So very cool. Not too bad of a stack there. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next one here. Alrighty. Next one here is Fear Effect. Very cool. Then we got FIFA Road to World Cup 98. Final Fantasy 9. Very nice shape, Final Fantasy 9. I recently upgraded that. Mine before was a little bit rougher shape, but still, it was worth getting an upgrade for it, so there's that one. Next one here is the first Ford Racing. Very nice shape on that game too. Very cool. Next one here is Ford Truck Mania. Very cool. Then we've got Formula 1. Could use an upgrade. The manual's a little water damaged, but it's not too big a deal for now. Next one here is Formula 1 2000, officially licensed product racing game. I just read off what's on the title. That's because they put that kind of stuff on their titles, so I apologize for reading that whole thing off to you. Next one here is Gauntlet Legends. That's pretty cool. Then we've got the first Gex. Very nice. Then we've got Gex 3, Deep Cover Gecko. Then we've got Gran Turismo. And what's cool about this is Tyler's actually started playing this one, which he really enjoyed. Is there anything you wanted to say about that one?
Nothing really to say. It's just really fun. I'm gonna try to play the Gran Turismo series all the way up till Sport when that gets released. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna play all of them. So
yeah, very cool. I saw him playing it for a little bit the other night, and he was enjoying it. And I thought it was really cool. I love how the physics are, especially for a PS1 game. That's really, really cool. The next one here is Gran Turismo 2. Very cool. Alright, and then I would like to find the black labels of these next couple, or the full collector's set for these. But that is Grand Theft Auto 2. That's the collector's edition one. And then we've got Grand Theft Auto London, which is, just a basic, bundle pack game. But that is also the collector's edition. It's supposed to come with Grand Theft Auto 1 as well, and then they're supposed to be in a cardboard slipcover case. So either I find the slipcover case separate, which is probably near impossible, or I just find a full new one and get the other one's black label as well. So hopefully I can do that. But anyway, alright, the last one here for the stack is Grind Session. So very cool. So there's that stack. And we've got one more stack for me, and then it'll be Tyler's turn to share the other half of the games. Alright, so the next one here is Grudge Warriors. Very cool. Then we've got Heart of Darkness. Very fun games. I love this series. It's really fun to play. Even if you're not a fan of the sport, it's still a very fun game. I've tried playing this sport in real life as well, but I'm not too good at it, but it's still enjoyable. And that is Hot Shots Golf. And that's the very first one, which is really cool. I grew up with 3 and 4, which I really enjoyed. So I'd love to go back and play 1 and 2 on PS1 sometime. That'd be cool. Next one here is Hot Wheels Extreme Racing. Very cool. Love the Hot Wheels games as well. I remember specifically renting 1 or 2 of them off of out of Blockbuster for PS2 a while ago, and they're really fun racing games. They're pretty cool. And the other one here is Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, which is really cool. So those are great racing games. Then we've got IHRA Motorsports Drag Racing, which is really cool. So very nice. Then we've got Jet Moto 2. And then this next one I want to talk a little bit about. I'll go ahead and show it. But we got EA Sports Knockout Kings. If you guys will notice in the next coming up video, most of my EA Sports titles are listed under EA Sports because that's what it starts with. It starts with this here, but if you look on the side, it does not start with EA Sports Knockout Kings. So I put it under K. For PS2 and GameCube, stuff like that, EA Sports is next to the actual title of the game on the side binding, so that is what I titled them under in my alphabetizing for PS2 and such, but I will not do that for PS1 because it does not say EA Sports on the side. So that's a little bit different of a way of alphabetizing, but I'm just a little different that way anyway, so oh well, not too big a deal, but that's just how I have everything. So anyways, next one here is Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. Very cool. Next one we've got Madden 97. Madden 99, Madden 2001, NCAA March Madness 98. Doesn't say NCAA, but that's just what it is. It's college basketball. Next one here is Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX. Then we've got MDK. Really cool. And we've got the very first Medal of Honor. Pretty fun game. That one's cool. I love the Medal of Honor games too. I haven't played them a whole lot, but from what I played, they're pretty cool shooters. The next one here is Medal of Honor Underground. That one's got a little bit more value to it than the first one. And then the last one here that I will be showing, then it's Tyler's turn, is Metal Gear Solid. I finally found a black label that I've come across a couple of Grace Hits copies over the last couple of years, but I finally found a black label version at our local Goodwill. This one will need to be upgraded because the front insert case there is water damaged. The manual's pretty rough. The discs are okay, but they're not the greatest. But I was just happy to find a black label for now. So anyways, there is the rest of my half of sharing the games. So now we'll go ahead and switch it over to Tyler, and he'll show the other half of the PS1 games. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get into the second half of the games here. And if you've seen the previous videos, it's going to work the same way. For more convenience and, easier time for, quickness, I'm having all the games stacked over by me, and then I'll hand each one to Tyler so he can show it, and then he'll hand it back, and I'll stack it. So it's a little bit more of a conveyor belt system. It's a little easier for our part and stuff to show him. So anyways, let's get going with the first game.
First one here is Men in Black, the series, Crashdown. We have Missile Command, and this one is actually still factory sealed, which is really cool.
Yeah, I remember picking that one up. That was really cool to see. I love getting factory sealed games, so that was definitely an awesome one to pick up. So that's cool.
Moto Racer 2. Moto Racer World Tour.
This next one's pretty unique.
Yeah, this one is really special. It's weird, but it's cool. Mr. Driller.
Very cool.
Namco Museum Volume 3. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the others, but it'd be cool to get those.
This one's probably the most common one to find. Number 3. That one's probably the most common one.
NASCAR 98.
Very cool.
EA Sports NBA Live 2001. And again, yeah, it doesn't say it on the side, but yeah. NCAA Final Four 2000. NCAA Football 2000.
Very cool.
Need for Speed 2. I haven't played any of the Need for Speed games on PS1, but I'm sure they're really good because I love all the other ones, so I have to give these a try. Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit.
Very nice. I love the Need for Speed games.
Need for Speed High Stakes. Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. Need for Speed V Rally. Let me see. Newman
Haas and Racing.
Okay, yeah.
That's their names.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, the fonts kind of throws you off, but it's IndyCar Racing.
NFL Game Day 98. NFL Extreme 2. NHL 98. We already showed this one. NASCAR 98, excuse me. I thought we had that one right.
Yeah, I don't know I didn't think we had 2 of them. I was like, okay, wait a minute.
They have the same like cover style.
Yeah, they look the exact same because they're all the same EA Sports company titles. So.
NHL 2000. NHL Face Off 2001.
Very nice.
NHL Rock the Rink.
And the last one for this stack, which is a really nice one.
That is Nightmare's Creatures. In really nice shape.
Yeah, that was one of the ones we just recently picked up, which I thought was really cool. Definitely an awesome one to get for the collection. It's not worth as much on N64, but it definitely has more value on PS1 for sure. So that was a really cool one to get. So very cool. So there's that stack. Not bad. Alrighty. Next stack here. Got some pretty good ones here as well.
Alright, first one here is Oddworld Abe's Exodus.
Very cool.
Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Parasite Eve. Perfect Weapon. PGA Tour 98. I think all the 98 EA Sports games all like have that same like white background.
Yeah, they have like that generic style, and that's why it kind of throws you off when you look at them.
Pong. The next level.
Very cool.
Porsche Challenge.
This one's pretty obscure.
That is Power Shovel. Big Race USA, or Pro Pinball Big Race USA.
Yeah, both of these are that.
Pro Pinball Fantastic Journey.
Very cool. I love pinball games, so those are really fun to play.
Cubert. Rage Ball, and this one is still factory sealed. It is ripping a little bit right here, but it's still there. So it's still factory sealed, so pretty cool.
I do believe it's been dropped before. Not sure who dropped it, but I bought it this way, but I was still happy to get it because it was sealed. So still factory sealed, doesn't really matter. As long as the game inside's okay and everything, you can't really tell unless you fully open it, but I'm not going to do that, so.
Rallycross. Rayman Rush. RC Helicopter Remote Control Simulation. I remember playing this one for a little bit, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool one. These next couple are really nice.
The first Resident Evil.
To find that long box, that'd be really cool, but that's really expensive. It's really hard to find.
Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, and also the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis with the Dino Crisis demo disc.
So I've got both variants.
Very cool.
I love getting, just recently got the regular version. I had the Dino Crisis demo disc one first, and then just recently found the by itself version, so that's very cool. Then the last one for this stack
is Resident Evil Survivor.
So very cool. Got some nice Resident Evil games on PS1, which is some of them are pretty hard to find. So that was really cool to get those. All right, next stack here.
Riven, the sequel to Myst.
Very cool.
Road Rash 3D. Nickelodeon Rocket Power, the Team Rocket Rescue.
I don't have it under Nickelodeon though, because I don't think it said it on the side.
Yeah, it doesn't say it on the sides.
But still, Nickelodeon, whatever.
Roll Cage Limited Edition, which is very cool.
We were picking that out at our ARC thrift store, local ARC thrift store, and at first, they have them sideways so you can't see the front of it. I thought it was just the regular one, but we pulled out and it actually happened to be the bonus double disc one, which was really, really cool. I was really excited for that, so that's cool.
Roll Cage Stage 2. Nickelodeon The Rugrats, Search for Reptar. Also doesn't say Nickelodeon on the side, but yeah.
That's what it says on the front, but if it doesn't say it on the side, technically I just keep it what it says on the side. That way you can read it in the, when you're going down the shelf.
Shadow Man. Shrek Treasure Hunt. Sim Theme Park. I like the theme park games, so I'm gonna have to give this one a try.
Very cool. This next one's awesome as well. I love the movie for it. So.
Small Soldiers. Played this one for a little bit. Actually had a lot of fun. It's one of those kind of like, I don't know why, I just like the Spyro style, like third person, like roam arounds. I love these kind of games. So yeah, that's what this one's like, and it's really fun.
Really cool game. So that's awesome. Next one here.
Snowcross Championship Racing. Snowboarding.
It's like the same ones as like bowling and billiards. It's the same company and everything, same style. This one could use an upgrade. It's got some water damage, but it's okay for now.
South Park Chef Love Shack.
Yeah, Chef's Love Shack. I think that's on 64 as well. I'm pretty sure. I've seen it before, so. But it looked like an interesting game, so I decided to pick it up. South Park's pretty cool anyway, so very cool.
Soviet Strike. Space Invaders. Spec Ops Ranger Elite. Spec Ops Stealth Patrol.
Very cool.
Spider-Man. This one looks really fun, actually. I think it'd be pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of the PS2 one, but this one definitely looks good.
Yeah, I grew up with the PS2 version of Spider-Man 1, and it was just not that good at all, but this one on PS1 definitely looks really fun. These next few are really nice.
Spyro the Dragon. Kind of a story to go with this one, or I think it's one of these. Anyway, yeah, my friend Nathan, we used to play this when I'd go over his house, and we actually played this for a long time. I remember his dad actually had to bury it out of like the crawl space. He had to
dig it out.
Dig it out the PS1 in this game, and he wanted to show me. He was so excited to play it, and then I played it for a little while, and it was really fun.
Wasn't that back in like third grade or something?
Third grade, something like that. Yeah, it was a long time ago for me.
That's really cool. And then the last one for this stack.
Spyro Year of the Dragon. I'm not sure if it was the first one or this one, but I definitely know it wasn't Ripto's Rage. But yeah.
Really cool. That's awesome. Alright, so there's that stack. Next stack here we're going to go into. Alright, here we go. This is a really cool set.
That is the Spyro Collector's Edition, which has all 3 Spyros on it. I'm not going to show each one, but you can just kind of see them right here.
They have the white, the white case manual and everything, like it shows right here. That signifies collector's edition. But that was really cool. We found that at our local art thrift store for $5, which was really, really cool. I've never seen it before. And then like a week later, we went into our local Games Ahoy game store, and they had like $55 or $60 on it, which was really, really cool. I thought that was awesome to find that for $5. I thought that was really interesting. So very cool. Alright, next one.
Streak Hoverboard Racing.
Very cool.
Street Skater.
Very cool.
Stuart Little 2. Love the movies. I'm not too sure about the games, but
still, it's not too bad.
Supercross Circuit. First Siphon Filter. Siphon Filter 2. Test Drive 4. Love the Test Drive games, but I haven't played them on PS1, so I'm going to have to give those a try.
Yeah, for sure. Those look really cool.
Test Drive 6, Test Drive Off-Road, The Dukes of Hazzard Racing for Home, The Italian Job, The King of Fighters 99, The Mummy.
Very cool. I love that movie. That was a good movie.
The X-Files.
Alright, and then the last one for this stack
is Thrasher Presents Skate and Destroy. Interesting font, and also an interesting Rockstar title.
Yeah, it's a unique one. It's pretty uncommon, so I thought that was cool. I found this one at our local Goodwill, which I thought was pretty cool. It's basic. It's kind of like Tony Hawk Pro Skater and stuff, so really cool. That was an interesting one to pick up. So, anyways, there's that stack, and then we've got one more stack, and then we'll get into special items. All right, so here's the last stack. Let's get into it.
Tiger Woods 99 PGA Tour Golf.
Very cool.
Tiny Toon Adventures Rockies.
Plucky.
Excuse me. Plucky's Big Adventure. P looks like an R.
Yeah, because they put the L next to it, so it kind of like threw it off, didn't it?
Yeah. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
I've yet to find the third one. I'm sure I'll find it eventually.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Lone Wolf.
Very cool.
First Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider 2, starring Lara Croft. Tomb Raider 3, Adventures of Lara Croft. And Tomb Raider 3 Sealed.
Which is really cool. That was really cool to find. I found that, again, at our local Goodwill, which is really hard to believe because a lot of the times you wouldn't see that nice of stuff come through our Goodwill. So I was really happy to see that. You know how nice a condition it is. There's no rips or anything in the plastic, so I thought that was awesome. I believe that was $2, which is incredible, especially for a sealed game. That's awesome.
Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation.
Very cool.
Tonka Space Station. This one is also sealed. It is kind of peeling right here, as you can see. But,
yeah, that's what I was saying about the peeling and stuff.
But yeah, it's still sealed, so.
That one came from our local art thrift store, which, again, that's probably why it got, ripped up and stuff like that, because it was a donation game. But still, it's got most of the plastic there. It's never been actually opened, so very cool.
Triple Play 99. Triple Play 2000. Turbo Prop Racing. Twisted Metal 3. Unfortunately, don't have any other of the Twisted Metals, but
we'll get them eventually. They're really cool to play, so hopefully I can find them Black Label.
Vigilante 8.
Very cool.
World Cup 98.
This next one was really fun. This is the one that I have in the PS1 console right now, as a matter of fact. It's a really cool game.
That's Worms Armageddon. Definitely love the Worms games. Yeah, I love them all. I actually have a few downloaded on my PS3. I just love these games so much.
Yeah, it's the turn-based, battle system. Love those games. They're just really cool. They're really strategic. You gotta, plan out at each move and everything. I think it's an awesome style game. So very cool. All right, and the very last PS1 game
is Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories,
which is really cool. I thought that was cool to pick up. I got that for a couple bucks at our local art thrift store as well. So, all right, that is the rest of the PS1 games. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into all of the special items. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead now and get into the special items. There's not a whole lot here, but there is a few kind of more odd style things and a couple of promotional things and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get into them. All right, the first thing here, I do believe there's 6 of them, and a few of them are the same, but we ended up picking these up in a bundle deal with a bunch of different PS1 and PS2 game discs, and I thought they were unique, so I decided to hang on to them. But they are these Cosmic Cook-Off mathematics games, which are like these learning style PlayStation 1 discs. They're very unique. They're all uniquely numbered and everything. They all have different things on them, but they're all like mathematics games. which I have a feeling were like something that had to do with like school tutoring systems or online homeschooling systems. Really interesting. I've never seen anything like these. I looked them up before, and they are supposed to have like little paper sleeves that they come in, but I do believe these were like school lesson things that were given out to academic systems, stuff like that. But yeah, they're not really actual games. They just have like fundamental systems on them for kids to learn. But nothing too spectacular, but they are very unique. So I thought, hey, why not hang on to them, you know? They're kind of scratched, but they do work for the most part from what I tested. I'm not a huge fan of mathematics to begin with. I don't think anyone really is. So kind of putting those on a video game disc kind of upsets me a little bit, but they're still unique pieces, so I thought, hey, why not? Let's go ahead and keep them. So very, very cool. So there's those. Alright, and then the next thing we have here is a PlayStation Underground Jam Pack for the winter season of 2000. Very, very cool. It does look a lot like a regular PS1 game disc because it has the regular style font and everything for a regular game on the side there. I did originally have this in the collection, but I decided to pull it out and just put it in the special items category just because it's not quite a video game. It's more of a demo disc than anything. So it's really cool to have though because there's definitely some cool demos on here like Crash and stuff like that. So very, very cool. So there's that. And then we also have two of these. They're the PlayStation Magazine demo discs. We have volume 12 and 15. Again, they're kind of heavily scratched, but they still work because they're just demos. But they have some pretty cool demo games on the discs. So, I mean, for the most part, you get to play like 5 minutes worth of a game, but still, it's really cool to have, you know, the little features that they offer. So, very, very cool little unique pieces there as well. So that's cool. Alright, and then this last little stack of some unique pieces here. The first thing we got here is a Game Shark. I do believe this is for PS1. I'm not positive because I do have a PS2 one as well. These came in a bundle that I got with a PS2, but that bundle also came with PS1 games. We did try doing some hard research on this, and I'm pretty certain that this is supposed to be for the PS1 because it has a little memory stick here for the disc to work. But I'm not positive if this is fully for either just PS1 or PS2, or it could be for both. I am not positive, but it's going to be in the PS1 category just because it looks like it'd be for PS1. So, very cool little piece. I thought that was awesome. You definitely don't see that every day, especially with the memory stick. I thought that was really cool. And then we have, of course, two memory card case holders here. These hold up to 4 memory cards each. These are the Performance brand memory card cases. They do come with 1 memory card on their own, but I'll go ahead and show these real quick. I'll go ahead and open them up. We do have some memory cards stacked inside of these, which I thought was really cool. One is the Performance one, of course, and then the other ones are the actual Sony brand ones. I stuck a bunch of them in here just to kind of fill them up because I thought that would be cool to do. But yeah, really cool little unique thing to put in the collection, just to have little cool memory card holders like this. I thought that was pretty cool. So, very cool little unique items. But that'll go ahead and conclude the PS1 video game collection. Alright guys, that is going to conclude the PS1 video game collection. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, telling your friends. It really helps us out. Again, if you have not checked out the previous ones for NES, SNES, N64, handhelds, GameCube, Wii/Wii U, we strongly recommend you check those out as well. Stay tuned for the next one, as that will be the PS2 video game collection, and there is quite a bit of PS2 games. I believe that is my biggest collection so far for games. So stay tuned for that one, because that one will be out following this one. So definitely stick around for that one. So anyways, thanks guys a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time. See you later, guys.
Bye, guys.